It all comes down to this. All the development, all the training, every decision at every level. This is where it makes a difference. This is where true partnership delivers. This is where we feel our strength of purpose. And in this moment, only one thing matters. Know you have what it takes.
SAAB is not a newcomer at MSPO. What this year we can see in your offer? What is especially tailored, what is offered for Polish armed forces from your company?
No, you're absolutely right. That SAAB has been almost all the 30 years, not really, but at MSPO here, but for sure. And we also have our legal company, which is SAAB Technology Poland, which was founded almost 15 years ago. So to this year, I would say what we are standing, and you can see behind me, is in fact first it's a silhouette of an American Abrams tank, just for having that said, and also with kind of hardware we are now delivering in the contract which signed last year in Kielce, by the way, for the combat training center. So part of that product is now being delivered as we speak, and the full delivery should be ready early next year, so the Polish armed forces can start to train with the ordered equipment. So behind me we can see both the brand new, I would say, reflectors, which are wireless, and we can see also how the new lasers looks, both for the main gun and the secondary guns, and we can also see how it's connected to the XCOM. So we are very proud, of course, that we were selected, and we are happy to say that this is in the hardware, or parts of the hardware, which the Polish armed forces will soon be having in their position, and start training not only Polish, of course, army, but also together with your NATO allies, including the US, because also US guys using this equipment. So this is one part of what we offer here at the stand. I would like to say then there are, of course, other things also which we now are believing could be not only could, it is of great interest for Poland as an effect of the unfortunate war in Ukraine, and it is anti-tank weapons. So we will later on have a quick look on that also. So let's come back to that anti-tank portfolio. Thirdly, I would like to mention here at the stand we can see our anti-ship missile RBS-15, which is selected for the Mierzchnik frigate program. The RBS-15 is well known already by the Navy, because Polish Navy is already having then on board the Orkan class vessels, right? So we are now in the negotiations with the PDZ team for the Mierzchnik on the RBS-15, and we also need to find a good Polish local partner for sorting out and helping us with the support and maintenance for the later on stages in that program. So to do that, we signed on Tuesday, 2 days ago, a memorandum of understanding with MESCO, which is a part of the PDZ group. And that MOU is about to defining the details, I would say, how such a cooperation project should be looking in the contract. So we are in parallel discussions for the main program, at the same time with MESCO how to do the joint venture for the maintenance, I would say. Fourthly, I could mention not directly for the products, but that since we are now delivering the combat training center equipment and the trainings will start in the spring 23. I'm now hiring people, so SAAB Technology Poland as a company here in the country is growing. We have now started to look, so I contracted already 10 people in the summer. They will start, the first of them, to work for SAAB next week already, and a second batch, I would say, of 10 to 12 people will be employed in the winter to be ready to support the Polish Armed Forces during the spring and onward. They will not be working in Warsaw. They will be recruited and will work in the different regimental sites. Whereas, of course, the Drawsko-Pomorsky is a little bit bigger one of the other regimental sites.
Are you on to hiring high-level specialists or only workers? Can you elaborate a little bit about it?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So I would say that they will be categorized more or less in two types or categories. One is more to be technicians to support that the communication works all time properly, because this is GPS and the tracking for the XCON and all that thing. So we need communication technicians to help us, software engineers to help out the software issues. So that's on that. And the other side are I would say preferably could be ex-military even, because they could then help the gunners, the vehicle commanders, and even the tactical leaders, which are company and battalions leaders, on how to both use the system but also giving them some tactical, I would say, not lessons, but understanding of, because everything is recorded. So when they see what is happening, we can help them explain. It's easier for an ex-military of course, to explain to a military how it works.
So we elaborate just a little bit about software, and I think now it's time to go to the hardware, to your famous weapon system, Carl Gustaf.
Yeah.
Behind us is your famous weapon, famous product, Carl Gustaf anti-tank weapon system. What is your offer for Polish Armed Forces in this matter?
Firstly, I can say that definitely we have been engaging long time to discuss with the Polish Army, territorial defense, as well as special forces on the full portfolio. I would say that the effect of the war ongoing in Ukraine now has created an even bigger interest for Poland on the matter. And down here we have the latest version of the Carl Gustaf M4, which is a very light version, only 7 kilograms. It was, by the way, signed a huge contract with United States Armed Forces yesterday, exactly on this product. We can also see the broadly distributed anti-tank weapon 4, which is also part of the portfolio, having the same caliber as the Carl Gustaf. But this is a single shot, where here is you can have several ammunitions, and this takes a gunner and a loader. This is for one soldier. Also behind my back here is the NLAW, which is even having a bigger caliber, and it's also a tank killer, because here you can engage is at the top attack flight, and it will have a shape chart that goes down and hits from the top. Very effective to main battle tanks on the field today.
So thank you very much for your interview, and we wish you all the best and finger crossed for growing SAAB in Poland.
Thank you for that, and I can only say that we love to be here in Poland. It's a fantastic country, and we also believe that we will be even more successful to support Poland in defending your sovereignty, the borders, and being a good NATO member.
My pleasure, and pleasure of all our citizens. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lazar.